Hello there YouTubers, welcome back to my channel, Workshop Fun. Well, today I'd like to post an update of what I've been doing for the last 2 months. So, as most people following my channel would know, I've been doing up my caravan for the last 3 years. Anyway, that's pretty much come to a finish now, and lately I've been getting back into my workshop. So what I've been doing lately is actually rebuilding my whole mill. If you guys have followed my channel in the past, you'll know that I have a Sieg X2 Mini Mill, or Sieg. I don't quite know how it's pronounced, so you'll just have to forgive me for my pronunciation. So anyway, that had the standard 350 watt brushed DC motor. So now I've upgraded it to this 1500 watt AC servo motor. The difference is you can't compare the two, night and day. That's the closest. So my old DC brush motor had 0.99 Newton meters of torque. This has 5.2 rated, and peak is over 10, so huge difference. To give you an idea of what I've done, I custom made my own drivetrain for it, and the little motor came with its own control box, but I pulled that all carefully apart and plastic painted that red to match in with my mill, and I also put the switch around the right way. For some reason, when you order things from China, the switch always seems to come around the wrong way, so off is on and on is off. It sort of does your head in a bit. Also, I turned around and painted the cap on the motor the same red, so it just sort of blends it in. The other huge upgrade that I've done too is I was very fortunate and found a pristine second-hand large table for my mini mill, and I was able to get that shipped up to me, and that is now on the mill. That was incredibly lucky. You just don't see them anymore, and this one has been really well looked after. The table doesn't have a single mark on it at all. The other thing I've done too, just yesterday, which kind of signified the finishing of the mill rebuild, is I turned around and changed the spindle inside of it to an R8 from a Morse taper free, and while I was at it, of course, changed the bearings out and put new bearings in it. And I've also put a microscope light that surrounds the spindle onto the mill. So I'll bring you up a bit closer to the workings of the mill. Okay, just going to carefully bring you people up close. Right, there we go. So what I'll do is I'll actually bring you people around to this side here. Okay, so my custom drivetrain is just a 1-to-1 ratio. So I'll grab the phone and I'll take off the little cap. And this cap, by the way, that's one thing I also made too, which was really interesting. I learnt how to heat up and bend perspex, and it was quite the experience. It took me 5 attempts to make this, but it came out good, and it's quite robust. I'm just going to put that to one side. So this is the type of pulley system that I've gone for. I bought these pulleys from Ali and then I customized them. This one here I had to put the recess in at a taper as well, so I could get to the grub screw on my spindle nut, so that allows me to lock it once I've preloaded it slightly. The other thing I did was I had to bore out the size of a bit of this pulley, so the motor's shaft, it has a threaded nut, so now the threaded nut is recessed inside the pulley and it holds the pulley there along with 2 grub screws. But that all took a little bit of nutting out and figuring out because I had very little clearance to fit it around with. Then on top of that, I built these 4 feet and this back alloy plate and the plate for the motor and a proper little cutout and recess for the motor's flange, so it just fits nicely in there now. And I modified the motor to have M8 nuts, and then I assembled all of this, and to tension it you can see that they're slotted, and you just simply push back on that and do up the 4 Allen keys. I also quickly made this wire holder or cable holder just to keep the cables out of the way. Then I turned around and I didn't like the little plastic cheap knob that this came with, so I grabbed this alloy knob of Ali and turned it on my lathe and just made this almost like tire kind of effect. So I'll start this up. So you just turn it on, you got your RPMs there, and that RPMs is accurate to the spindle because the motor is working off a 1:1 ratio pulley system. So all you got to do is simply dial it up, and now the motor's turning the spindle over. Bit hard to see, I'm still waiting for my R8 tooling to arrive, should be here tomorrow. And then of course if you want to change direction, that's the beauty of the AC servo motor, you just simply hit that and now it's changed direction. All going good. Couldn't do that before either. So there is now very little of the original mill left, just this red casting here and the feed, oops, and the column. That's the only bit left of the original mill. Everything else has been changed, and even this has been changed as well. Well, not changed as in physically, but it has been modified. I didn't really modify anything, I just took everything out of it and then put the R8 spindle into it. So this has been a very, very massive, a very, very big upgrade to this mill. I'm gonna call it completed, of course. I don't really want to do any more work to it. It's going good, and it's at the point now where it's a very capable little mini mill, and having the bigger table makes it a lot more versatile for doing things on it. I'm just screwing up the little cap here. The other thing I had to do too when I put the new pulley system in, the little drawbar, it needs a place to be able to slide into and lock, so you can then undo the top drawbar bolt. So I made a spacer to lift this pulley. Sorry, I'll just quickly unscrew this again. I made a spacer to lift this pulley up to the correct height, and I made that out of the old pulley, and that sits below the new pulley. And then I had to drill a 6mm hole into the pulley at its sleeve, and that now enables me to spin it around like normal, find the hole and lock it in, and now it's locked and I can do what I need to do. All of this sort of sounds easy, but it's actually been quite a lot of sort of experimenting around, and also trial and error, and some sheer dumb luck. But at the end of the day now, I have a very good mill, and very unique. It's still at its heart a Sieg X2, but it's also got a very customized, what would you say, it's a very customized one-off mill as well, with a lot of power now too, so I'm very happy with that. Anyway, that's about all for now. I can't show it being operated, unfortunately, because I'm still waiting for my R8 collect spindle to tool holder to arrive, and then I'll be able to come back and show you guys a demo video of it working. Okay then, that's about all for now, and everybody have a good day. Catch ya.